Phiri. I'm from Stokvel Talk newspaper. Today I'm going to talk about China-South Africa relations, South Africa-China relations, China-Africa relations. I'm going to focus particularly on cars that are made in China. Some years ago, when we started getting cars made in China coming to South Africa, a lot of our people were very skeptical about the cars that are made in China. They didn't believe in the cars that are made in China. They questioned the issue of quality, they questioned the issue of pricing, and so forth. So, of late, that trend has really changed drastically. I can tell you now, as I'm speaking now, that cars that are made in China are getting a warm reception in South Africa. There is no province that you can go in South Africa that you can't come across cars that are made in China. It could be Western Cape, it could be Gauteng, Limpopo, Free State, Mpumalanga, etc., etc. When you go to those provinces, you are bound to meet cars that are made in China. Many people are beginning to talk very good about cars that are made in China. The cars that I'm referring to, which took a lot by surprise, I'm referring to cars like Omoda. Omoda, when it came into South Africa, it came with a new release, which is, we call it C5. It was embraced warmly. Many people buying that car. You can see the car everywhere. Every minute when you drive in the road, you'll meet C5 or Moda C5. Seeing that the car is selling very, very good, then they introduced C9, which was introduced 2 months ago. It was launched in Cape Town. That one is an executive version of Omoda, and people are also beginning to buy that one, the C9, which was launched in Cape Town 2 months ago. Even the people have already even ordered that particular car because they want to get their hands on that car because it's going to be popular like the C5. Apart from Omoda, I'm talking about Cherry Tigo. I'm talking about a bike. Those models are cars that are made in China, and they are doing very well in South Africa. So it shows that the relationship between South Africa and China is growing day by day. You can see that considering the fact that whenever you go, then you see cars that are made in China. So it means that South Africa and China's relationship is improving, and all the two countries are working very hard to make sure that they strengthen the relationship between the two countries. So apart from the fact that people in South Africa are receiving those cars warmly, I can even talk about issues like employment, job creation, because those cars, when they come to South Africa, you must remember that they have to build a dealership all over, so that when you've got that particular car and then you want to buy a part, you don't have to struggle. When you are in Zanin, then you want to buy a car part of Omoda, you don't need to go to Johannesburg to buy that car. You have to buy there in Zanin. There must be a distribution center so that it can able to supply the locals with the materials, the parts that they need. So in return, then it means that when they build the distribution center, the dealerships, it means that employment is being created for the locals. Many local people are getting employment. So you can see for yourselves that this relationship is bringing something for South Africa. South Africa is benefiting also from China because of these cars which are coming here in South Africa. Now, just last month, not long ago, just last month, then Jetto as well, it was launched in South Africa. So Jetto as well is a car that has been made in China. So my thinking is in the next few years, it could be 4 to 5 years, we can see a lot of cars that are on our road to be cars that are made in China. I don't know what the formula the Chinese are using, but I can tell you now without any shadow of doubt that they understand exactly what we are looking for. The fact that their cars are good SUVs, and the affordability part of it is very, very important. I think that's what is many South Africans are looking for, the affordability part of it, because you can get a very, very nice Omoda from any of the dealership around. Then I can tell you that you can't even pay more than $500,000 for Omoda. You see, so that tells you exactly that those cars are very, very affordable, cars that are made in China. Yeah, so that is my thinking with regard to the relationship between China and South Africa. When it comes to motoring, things are going very well for China as well and South Africa. Thank you.